It's time to do our taxes, which means it's time to get a refund. So if you're expecting a refund this year, head to Walmart and pick up a Walmart money card. With free direct deposit, you can get your refund fast. Just enter the card's number on your tax return form. If you're owed a refund, you'll get the money directly deposited onto your card. Don't wait by the mailbox. Get your money fast. Start strong. Save big at tax time. Walmart.
Purchase monthly and other fees apply. See package for details. Successful card setup is required.
Good evening, everyone. This is Chere Cofield, your stress manager, and you are tuned in to the premiere show for Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield. I am super excited. I hope you're excited to be here. It is going to be a fabulous hour of, I want to say hour of power, but it's actually going to be an hour of relaxation, rejuvenation, and education. And that's what we promise to bring you every single week. For those of you who may not know who Chere Cofield is, I'm a mother. I am a #1 Amazon best-selling author, speaker, stress management consultant, and I'm also the owner of Chere Cofield International, which is a health and wellness company where I focus mainly on stress management. But we focus on that total person, making sure that you live a happy, healthy, harmonious lifestyle. And on top of that, I'm also the founder of the Let's Get Serious Health, Wellness, Fitness Expo right here in Baltimore. And that's coming up pretty soon. Let me just tell you guys a little bit about this show since this is the premiere show. Every week on the show, we're going to discuss ways to relax, ways to de-stress, rejuvenate your mind, your body, educate you on ways to live a happy, healthy, harmonious life. And then we're going to give you stress tips of the week. I'm going to have a special guest or two each week to come in and talk to you about their area of expertise and really pour into you so that you can really have something that you're carrying away from this show every week. We'll also have a relaxation destination each week to help you get away from the everyday mundane worries of your world, no matter where you live. So we're going to take you away from your environment and take you somewhere else so that you can relax and get rejuvenated. And with that said, I want to thank some amazing, amazing sponsors that we have because without them, the show wouldn't be possible. First, I want to thank May We Help You Radio Magazine. For anyone who was on my Facebook, you see that I'm gracing the cover for the week, last week. So kudos to May We Help You Radio Magazine. Thank you so much for giving me that honor of being on the cover of the magazine. Also, another sponsor for today's show is Audible.com. They're a leading provider of spoken audio entertainment and information. So make sure you guys listen to audiobooks whenever and wherever you want. And you can get a free book when you sign up for a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/MWHYLLC. And that MWHY stands for Maybe Help You LLC. So it's www.audibletrial.com/MayWeHelpYou or MWHYLLC. And then, last but not least, for this week, our sponsor, Adam and Eve. You can view their products on our sponsors page, MayWeHelpYouRadio.com. And we want to thank them for being a sponsor of the week for the May We Help You Radio app. So make sure that you get your app today by visiting the Google Play Store, or you can go to the Amazon App Store, and then in the search type, make sure you put MWHY and search. And there you can get updates on the hosts, the shows, events, and the download for the app is available also at MWHYRadio.com on the website. So I know I've given you a lot of information. We'll repeat some of it later, but we just wanted to make sure we thank our amazing, amazing sponsors who helps to bring this show and other shows on our network to life. Exciting events coming up. We always have to do our housekeeping first. So as I mentioned, I'm the founder of the Let's Get Serious Health, Wellness, Fitness Expo, and I am super excited. We're in our 5th year coming up on April 4th. That's a Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's totally free to the community. That's right. It's in your budget. It is totally free. Bring the entire family out for a family fun day. Get health testing, get free healthy food samples. Come out and meet and greet all of our great fitness instructors in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area. Some are actually coming up, think a little further than that. So come on out, work out with us, listen to some good music. Just come hang out with us and see what's new and pop in the health and wellness arena. We have some amazing vendors that are going to be there that are going to make sure that they provide you with health information. You can get some free testing, like I mentioned. Also, if you're a shopper, you know we wouldn't do anything but have some shopping at the expo. What's an expo without shopping? So come on out. We hope you guys will join us. You can register online at letsgetserious2015.eventbrite.com. That's Let's Get Serious 2015.eventbrite.com. And it's free. Like I said, it's totally free. We do still have some sponsorship and vendor opportunities, some advertising opportunities still available if there are any business owners on the line. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, you're tuned in to the premier show for Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the stress manager. And if you missed the beginning of the call, every week this show is a way to help you to relax, de-stress, rejuvenate your mind, your body, educate you on ways to live a happy, healthy, harmonious life. And we're going to give you stress tips of the week. We're going to have special guests to share their expertise to make you even better. We're also going to have a relaxation destination every week to help you get away from the mundane worries and just get away from your routine environment. And it's guaranteed to be an hour that you won't forget. So if you're home already and you're already kicked back and relaxed, kick your feet up, get yourself a glass of wine. We're going to have a great time. Today's expert is my twin power, author Cheryl Wood, and she's enthusiastic, she's engaging, she's innovative. I'm not just saying that because she's my twin sister. She is thebomb.com, and she's going to pour into you in a few more minutes about making your mind over in 2015. Anyone who has heard me speak, I always say everything starts in the mind. The way that you de-stress and declutter your mind and start to make some changes in your life, everything starts with your thinking. So my twin power, Cheryl Wood, of Cheryl Wood Empowers, she's going to pour into you in a few minutes and talk to you about making your mind over in 2015. But before we bring her on, let's talk about the relaxation destination of the week. This week I chose Hawaii. And if you have a relaxation destination that you would like for me to use, or you think it would be perfect for everyone to relax and go on a mini mental vacation, please feel free to drop me a line, Chere Cofield, enter Chere Cofield INT on all your social media, or you can inbox me. You can send me an email, ChereCofield@hotmail.com. But this week's relaxation destination is Hawaii. That's right, Hawaii. And the weather there this week ranges from 79 to 84 degrees. You may get a shower here or there, but if you have been to Hawaii before, you know that it feels like somebody might have spit on you, and that's the end of the rain. So we can deal with that, I think. It's better than the snow we've been getting in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and surrounding areas. So we're going to go away to Hawaii. No matter what you like to do, it's the perfect place for everyone, whether it's the mountain the view of the mountains that you would like to see, or their beautiful waterfalls. They also have deserts. They have tropical rainforests, meadows, lakes. Whatever your fancy is, they have it. So whatever you like to do, whether it's just to sit on the beach and watch the water, whatever you like to do, Hawaii is the destination for you to kick back, relax, and take yourself on a mini mental vacation. Now we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to bring on our exciting, enthusiastic, engaging, and innovative guest, author, speaker, empowerment coach, Cheryl Wood. So don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, your stress manager. We'll be right back.
The exclusive Blacklist, February 12th, featuring delectable wines from African-American wineries. Meet jazz legend Marcus Johnson and shoe crazy wines Gwen Hurt and others. Delicious food provided by our sponsor, Boss Chi Catering, as well as live jazz. February 12th at the picturesque Virginia War Memorial. Tickets are $75 for this historical and trailblazing event. Become a part of history. Get your tickets today at www.thevinewineclub.com or by calling 804-993-4130. You don't want to miss this.
This is Caprice Smith, your uncuffed living expert. I want to take a moment and speak to my women entrepreneurs. If you have your own business card in the name of your business, but you struggle when someone asks what it is you do, that is a problem. If you are not making money that's going to build your legacy and sustain your family, that is a problem. I invite you to hop on over to capricesmith.com, join my free newsletter, and while you're there, schedule your strategy session. I want to help you uncover some things that you should already know. I spent 20 years perfecting my craft, and I'm willing to share all of what I know with you today. If you're not living uncuffed, you're just not living. And if you're cuffed in your business, your clients will know that and they won't invest in you. So let's connect. Until next time, have an awesome day.
Hey, this is Coffee Black, coming through to bring you the latest in sports, celebrity, and entertainment news. Here's the sip this week. So, congrats to the Super Bowl champs and New England Patriots. Cheaters never win unless you're Tom Brady. Moving on. Bobby Christina's in serious condition after being found not breathing face down in her bathroom. They say it's not looking good. And it's also not looking good for Suge Knight. He reportedly committed murder resulting from a hit and run. I'm sure he's on his 10th strike or something, so we won't be seeing him for a while. You know, unless Johnny Cochran comes from the dead. I'm just saying, make sure you check out my site, thesipwithcoffeeblack.com, and tune in next week to The Sip with Coffee Black. No sugar, no cream.
Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the type of girl I need down with my team. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Hey, that's the kind of girl I need.
Most people are held captive by being an employee or self-employed. Heroes Academy helps break these chains that bind them. Our financial school has 2 courses of study. First, one for people who want to transition to become business owners, and a second for students who want to learn to become an investor. For more information, please go to heroacad.com.
JR. Welcome back to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield. And as I promised, we have a dynamic guest. She does mind mastery for women, but we've been noticing that more and more men are really being attracted to her message. She talks to entrepreneurs, leaders, speakers, trainers. She really makes you think. She's a motivational speaker. She has a deep-rooted passion for supporting personal development and economic empowerment of women globally. She's impacted the lives of thousands of women with her life-changing principles of fearless living. But let me tell you how fearless this chick is. This is my twin power. This chick made me jump out of a plane, y'all. That's it. I'm going to pause for a minute and let that soak in. Okay. Yes, she had me jumping out of a plane. That's how fearless she is. We did a fearless dive. That's what she called it. She took myself, she jumped as well, along with, I believe it was 7 other women, and we all had a day of fearless living, and we all jumped out of the plane. We skydived. And I'm telling you, I was scared to death. I told her, I'm not going to read the paper. I'm just going to sign the line, and we're going to just do this. We're going to be fearless. If we're going to be fearless, we're going to be fearless all the way. We're just going to sign our name and not even read what it says, because we're going to be too scared if we read the dotted line, all the things before the dotted line. So without further ado, I want to bring to you my twin power, author, speaker, empowerment coach, Cheryl Wood. She's the owner of Cheryl Wood Empowers. Cheryl, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thinking about
we jumped out of a plane. Do you believe that?
Because you crazy. You crazy.
No, I was following you, see? Cheryl, I'm so excited that you could be a part of my premiere show for Stress Less Radio. And one thing that I always teach to anyone I talk to, I don't care what walk of life you're from, I don't care where you grew up, where you live now, what you're driving, we all have stress. And the first thing that we know that directly impacts your stress levels is your thinking. So I know that you always teach people to think about their mindset. So that's why I thought it would be such a great fit for you to come on and talk about Mind Makeover for 2015. But before we do that, tell everyone a little something else about yourself that maybe I missed or I didn't say about you, because there's so much to tell.
So I am, I guess on the personal side, I'm a wife and a mother of 3. I have 2 sons and a daughter. My sons are actually 10 months apart, if you can believe that. I didn't realize it was possible, but I became the poster child for, yes, it is possible. So they're 10 months apart. They're referred to as Irish twins, which is kind of funny because, we're twins. But I just kind of got the short end of the stick because I was pregnant for 2 years straight.
Right. So I call that the husband jumped on the table.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's basically what happened. I was asleep when that happened.
Yeah.
But they're 7 and 8 years old, and then my daughter Jayana is 11. She just turned 11. So very busy on the home front, and then professionally, like you mentioned, a little bit of through my bio that I am an international speaker, an author, and a business coach. And really my focus is on supporting women and moms in learning how to become personally fulfilled and then connecting that to becoming economically empowered. So I think those 2 things are very important, especially in the African-American community, because a lot of times a lot of us grow up in an environment where we're taught to, grow up, get your education, and go get a good job. There's not a whole lot of talk about entrepreneurship. I think now we're on the cusp of that sort of shifting. I know that they're teaching entrepreneurial classes in school and things like that, but, people who are kind of in my age bracket, we were taught to get a good job and you retire from that job. And for me, that was so cookie cutter. Like that wasn't a fit for me. I wasn't fit for that mold of being a corporate girl for the rest of my life. And so I kind of started to take matters into my own hands, and I figured, why not? Why not try? Because I can always come back and get a job, right? Jobs aren't going anywhere. So I might as well, while I have the vitality and the energy to do something, to try something different, I might as well try something different now and see where it leads me. So my journey has been one of, tremendous success that I'm very excited about and proud of. But when I initially started, I was like, this is never going to happen. This is never going to happen. I'm always going to be, hoping that I can be something different, but it's never really going to happen. So
now how do you think that mindset, it's never going to happen, impacted your growth when you were thinking like that?
I definitely had to shift. I couldn't keep that mindset and truly, believe that I was going to be in a different place. So I had to shift everything I had thought until that moment. I had to shift and start talking to myself differently. Now, I encourage my clients to talk to themselves. I don't encourage you to answer yourself, but definitely talk to yourself in a different way, even if initially you don't believe it. Because to be honest, Sheree, when I first started talking to myself and saying all these great things, I didn't believe it. You know why? Because I still had to get up and go to work. So here I am telling myself, oh, Cheryl, you're a magnet for success, and you're a magnet for prosperity and wealth and all these great things, right? And then I had to get up and get dressed to go to the job. So for a long time, I would say those things, but I didn't really believe it. But the way the mind, we're talking about mind, the way that the subconscious mind works is the more you tell it something, the more your mind believes it. And the more you have belief in something, the more you're willing to put skin in the game to make it happen. So that was my experience. I started to shift the way I talked to myself, and eventually I actually believed it. One day I will never forget, I woke up and I said the same little reaffirmation. I'm a magnet for success. Cheryl, you're a magnet for abundance and prosperity. And at the end of it, instead of laughing this time, I said, wow, well, why not? Why? Maybe it is possible. And that's when I knew the shift had actually happened, because I had told myself those thoughts so much that I was starting to believe it. And now my actions wanted to align with the belief.
Yes. That is so important. And then our mind can actually psych us out. So I talk about this in some of my stress management courses that I teach, and I say, we're in more control than we actually give ourselves credit for, because we can think ourselves out of success. We can make a situation way worse than what it actually is just by the way we think about it. So it could be the most minute situation, but with our thought processes, we can take it from 100 to 1,000 and make it where it's something that's this horrific situation where it could be such a small thing. So we're making, what's that old saying? You're making a mountain out of a molehill. So we can do that literally with our mind. So, Cheryl, you do a whole lot. So we're talking about stressing less. We're talking about kicking our heels up, relaxing, being rejuvenated, and making our minds over. So what do you do to relax, to rejuvenate yourself, but still make sure that you're doing everything you need to do as an entrepreneur?
Relax? What's that? No, I'm just kidding. I'm like, what? You better stop cussing at me.
How you spell that?
No, I mean, you know what? Honestly, when you're an entrepreneur, I think entrepreneurs are cut from a different cloth, where they have this grind and this hustle in them, and they're so hungry for success in a different reality that sometimes we can really burn what do they say? Burn the candle at the candlestick at both ends. I think
both
that's
ends,
what they say.
yeah.
And it's true. And I've gotten caught in that rut myself, where I'm up until 2 or 3 in the morning, then I got to get back up and do what I got to do for the family and the business. So I think it's great that you're bringing this up in this this segment, because we do need to find a way to unwind and relax and rejuvenate. And for me, what I said was, well, I can't just leave it up in the air and hope that it'll happen, because it'll never happen. That's just not how my life works. If I don't schedule it in, if it's not on the calendar, it's not going to happen. So what I decided is, and this has been going on for probably the past year, is that Sundays are my Cheryl day. Like, don't ask me to do nothing. Don't call me. Don't email me and expect a response.
You even do that to me. You even treat me like that, and I'm your family. And I'm like, Cheryl, can you on a Sunday? And she be like, girl, child. No, she does. Child boo.
That's right. Child boo.
Child boo. Do you know what day it is?
And what I'm going to start saying, girl, I got some advice from this lady called the stress manager, and she told me. She told me
kick my heels up and drink some wine.
That's right. So even my kids know. My kids are always asking me to do something. They know Sunday is I'm going to be on it, and I'm going to be watching Super Soul Sunday with Oprah. Like, that's it. Don't ask me to do anything. Now, every once in a blue moon, if there's like my kids have a birthday party to go to or something like that, then yeah, that's a different story. But consistently, that's my time out day. And so I don't go, most times I don't go speaking. I don't do anything business related on that day. It's just, you know what, there are no plans. I can do whatever I want on this day. If I want to go somewhere, I can. If I don't, I'm not, obligated to it. And for me, it's refreshing, because it puts me in the mindset that I need to be in for Monday morning. When Monday comes, everything's back to the race, that race of getting the kids to school on time and packing lunches and ironing for 3 kids. And, it's back to that, and coaching clients. So you need that day. I feel like we all need that day, or even if it's not a whole day, we all need something in our lives that is consistently in place that allows us to re-energize and rejuvenate. Even if it's just, and I've heard you talk about this, even if it's just 30 minutes in your bathtub, with music and bubble bath or whatever, where nobody interrupts you. Like, cherish that 30 minutes. So I learned
sometimes it's 10 minutes in the closet. They be looking for me, girl. I be in the closet. They be like, Ma, I know she here. Yeah, she here, but she ain't coming out for 10 minutes.
Not the closet.
Hey, you do what you have to do to keep your sanity and stress less. So if it means you got to hide in the closet, you better go in that closet. You'd rather be in the closet than in the psychiatric hospital, right?
Okay.
So you better do what you got to do.
Absolutely. That's a good point.
Now, Cheryl, you are an empowerment coach, and you take on a lot of other people's. I say coaches are amazing. I don't do a lot of coaching because I'm just not like you. You're so good. You take on a lot of people's issues and problems, and on top of what you already have to deal with. How do you stay balanced? How do you take the problems and the weight of the world and with your business, and yet still juggle your own stresses in your own life? How do you tend to balance that?
I call you and vent.
And nobody else on this line can get my cell number. I'm telling you right now.
I have my own private therapy sessions with the stress manager. Right.
I love that answer. Good answer, girl. I'll send you the PayPal payment in 5 minutes.
My invoice, please. I think it's acknowledging how much you can take. Like I'm very high energy, and I like to be on the move. I'm kind of I get energized by being busy and having things kind of like, okay, I got to get this done right now. You know, if you give me something and I have 2 months to get it done, there is no sense of urgency. I'm just like, okay, I'm dragging my feet. But I like that, you know, feeling like I have to get it done now and I have to support people. And I thrive off of that. So that's just how I'm wired. But even the fact that I am wired that way, I still have my moments where I'm like, okay, really, I can't take no more. And when I get to that point, I have to know what allows me to decompress. And for me, it might just mean closing my laptop and not looking at it for an hour. Or it might mean taking a nap for 2 hours and then wake up and feel refreshed, and now I have that second win and I can get back into the grind of things. So each person, you have to know yourself. First of all, good enough to know when you're reaching that point of burnout or overwhelm, and then being willing to acknowledge, okay, I'm getting to my point right there, so let me step back right now before I get to that point and I can't come back from it, you know, and then I'm really messed up and I'm down for 2 or 3 days because I'm burnt out. So for me, it's always keeping abreast of how I'm really feeling, and not feeling guilty about it, Cherie. Like really not feeling guilty when I close the computer or I don't respond to an email, because people are very used to me responding very quickly. And so because I've set that precedent, sometimes it's hard for me to pull back when I see an email come in or I see a message on Facebook come in. I automatically want to respond. But if I'm at that point where I'm on overdrive and feeling overwhelmed, I just have to pull back and say, Cheryl, you got to exercise a little bit of self-control right now and realize that the best thing for you at the moment is not to respond to that email, not to wrap yourself up in that problem at the moment, but instead rejuvenate and get your mind right so that you can continue to serve your customers in the way that you do.
Well, listen, I want to mention to our listeners on the call, if you have a question or a comment for Cheryl, you want to give her a shout-out, anything you have a question for, just press 1 and you'll be sent to the queues, and we can get you on to talk to Cheryl directly. I want to give a shout-out to Africa's Heart. She sent me a message on Facebook. She said, take time for you. That means taking at least 10 minutes to yourself, even if those 10 minutes are in the closet. Laugh my butt off, Chere Cofield is so right, feeling tickled. So shout out to Africa. Thanks for tuning in this evening. You got to take those 10 minutes, especially if you have kids. Y'all better go in the closet and stop playing. Everybody want to come out the closet. Y'all better stay in there for 10 minutes.
That's what the cray people. I'm just kidding.
So Cheryl, you have
movement of women going into the closet.
Go to the closet. The husband's going to be like, what is going on? They said go in the closet.
Yep.
Our station, our network owner, Letitia, in the closet probably right now. They'll give me 10 minutes.
Right.
So, Cheryl, you have so much going on. Tell us just a glimpse of what you have going on, because every time I look up, I can't keep up with you. You're my swim power. And I'm having a hard time keeping up with you. Tell everybody some of the things you have going on. How can they stay in touch with you? I mean, first of all, tell us what you got going on. Let's start there because there's so much I know.
Okay, so I'm super excited about a host of speaking opportunities that are coming up. You know, my big goal is to really grow to the level of a Les Brown, a Tony Robbins in the motivational arena. So that requires a lot of work and persistence and making sure that you stay relevant and stay visible. So actually this Friday, I'll actually be a part of a live stream event called 72 Hours of Power. That's going to be broadcast globally, like literally across the world. And that will put me in touch with a whole new audience of people who are hungry for learning how to master their mind and learning how to move forward in their life journey. Then I'm taking a train on Saturday morning. Literally, it's like a 3 a.m. train that gets me into New York City at like 6 a.m. for an amazing speaking opportunity alongside Mickey Taylor, who's the editor at Essence Magazine, Sharia Jackson at Essence Magazine, and Sophia Nelson, who's a very well-known author. So it's the four of us. We are speaking at this women's empowerment event in Harlem, in New York, at the Mist Theater. So I'm super.
I'm gonna have to get some hand clappers up in here. Hold up.
Super excited about that opportunity. The very next weekend, my husband and I are actually going to be celebrated as a power couple. Pamela Reeves is hosting this power couple gala, and I believe it's Cockeysville, Maryland. So we'll be celebrated there, which is really nice because I don't get to celebrate with my husband a whole lot. So that's going to be nice. And then the 28th of this month, February 28th, I am actually hosting my own event, which is a one-day event from 12 to 5 p.m. in Largo, Maryland, which is in the Prince George's County area. And that's specifically for women in business to learn how to use your voice to create not only impact in your community and on your customers, but also profit. Because the reality is you can love what you do all day and all night. You can think about it, visualize it, be rejuvenated and energized about it and serve. But if you ain't making no money, you're going to be having a grand opening and a grand closing within the first 5 years.
Can I get a well? We're going to take it to church. Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Literally, through March and April, those opportunities just continue to grow. And I'm big on, I love that you talk about, like, the rejuvenating part, because I think a big part for entrepreneurs is we need to make sure that we're not just pouring into others, but that we have an opportunity to be poured into. So the first week of March 5th through the 8th, I'm actually going to be, again, back in New York City, and I will be in a space where I'll get to be poured into as a student, learning from the Tony Robbins.
Woo!
So pumped and psyched, and I mean, I hear that his energy, just from the videos, you can see his energy is off the chain. I'm going to do the fire walk.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm super excited about that. But it's 4 power-packed days in a room where I'm learning and growing and learning how to continue to become personally developed. I'm so excited about that. So the opportunities are just, you know, I thank God every day for the opportunities that are coming for me to continue to grow and continue to pour into other people, but also to be poured into. So just stay in touch with me by connecting with me on social media at Cheryl Empowers on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And then you can also connect by signing up for my newsletter, which is CherylEmpowers.com. You'll have a little pop-up where you can enter your name and your email, and you'll get all of my newsletters that keep you informed of what's up and coming.
Wow. And tell them again, Cheryl, what is it? What was your website again?
CherylEmpowers.com.
And I'm telling you, if you don't get her newsletter, so I hate to rub it in that you're my twin. Like, there's a lot of jealous people out there right now because you're my twin power. But I get your newsletters, and I love how you keep everybody on the edge of their seat. So, like, her newsletter this week, I'm going to cheat and give it to some people. It was something about exercise. And what was the name of it?
Working out has me worn out.
Working out has me worn out. Well, she always has these great titles for her newsletter. So you may get, like, one day I got her newsletter. Her newsletter said something, Cheryl Wood is going out of business. Cheryl Wood is quitting and going out of business. Or Cheryl Wood Empowers is closing. I was like, huh? What? But I love it because it made me want to open it and read. What in the world is going on with my own sister, you know?
Right.
So it just, her newsletters will keep you on the edge of your seat. And then when you go inside of the newsletter, don't just click it. Go in and actually read it. Not only is she giving you up-to-date information about where she's going to be, what she has going on, but it's wealthy information that's going to help you in your own life. So I value you, even though you're my family. I value you. And for those that didn't know, Cheryl is actually my business coach. So she's helped me so much to grow in my own business and just transform. So please keep doing what you're doing. I'm not finished with you yet, Cheryl. What else can we look forward to with Cheryl Wood? I know you have the upcoming book collaboration that I'm a part of. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this exciting new anthology is called The Fearless Living Experience. And it's creating a platform for women across the country to share their story of basically triumphing over life curveballs, because so many of us are getting knocked down, but we're not staying down. We're getting back up and we're fighting. And we're saying, you know what, I'm not going to go out like that. I'm not going to throw in the towel. I'm going to keep pressing until I get what I want out of life, until I create the reality that I want. And so I believe those stories deserve to be told. And so often, you know, we see this foolishness on media and in the media, foolishness and women fighting each other. And you know what, that's not the reality of most of us. So I want to be able to create a positive platform that uplifts and empowers and motivates women to celebrate each other and to celebrate our stories, and to give a platform to women to be able to tell their truth without any shame. Because there's so many women holding on to shame about what their reality or their truth is. And so this book allows women to just say, like you know, they're not coming in the closet, they're coming out of the closet, Cherie, just for a minute. And telling their truth in order to become a beacon of light and inspiration for someone else, who will then read your story and say, wow, if she can do it, so can I. So I'm excited that you're a part of the book project, and there are a total of 30 women who are part of the book project. The book launches on Saturday, June 27th, and we actually already have registration open for the book launch. It is completely free. We're going to serve some yummy food, and you're going to get to meet the authors and get their autographs. And the link for that is FLE, which stands for Fearless Living Experience, booklaunch.com, FLE, booklaunch.com, and you can get registered there to participate and join us for that.
And you said it's free, so it's in everybody's budget. I love it.
Exactly.
And so this is your fourth book, correct?
This is book number 4. I can't believe it myself.
Go, Cheryl Wood. We'll give her a hand clap, everybody. Clap, 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 clap. Again, if anyone has a question or a comment for Cheryl, all you have to do is press 1. We can get you queued in, and you can talk directly to Cheryl Wood. Don't miss this opportunity. She is not free normally, okay? So you need to get her now because if you try to call her on your own, it's going to cost you. She is an empowerment coach, and she gets paid by the minute, so y'all better take this opportunity. What we're going to do, Cheryl, is we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up with you. And I know you have a million other things to do this evening, and I know you have another interview to do a little later on. So we're going to, when we come back, we're going to wrap up with you, get you to just give our listeners just one tip, that person that's sitting there and they feel stuck and they are just feeling stressed out, and they're really feeling hopeless. I'll give you a chance to think about what you would say directly to that person when we come right back. Again, you're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield. Hopefully you have your glass of wine or your hot tea and your heels are kicked up, and I hope you're enjoying the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
If you're the parent of a child with behavioral challenges that has been suspended, expelled, or just not able to make it in a traditional school setting, there is an alternative. Call the Metropolitan Day School today. Licensed and accredited grades K through 12. Call 804-321-2595. Financial assistance and after-school programs are available. Let's turn this school year around right now at the Metropolitan Day School, where Eagles soar. Call Ms. Thomas today. 804-321-2595.
Hi, this is Benita with Off the Vine. Join us on Fridays at 3 o'clock for Fun Talk About Wine. This season, I'm going to put this little sommelier certification to work as we expand the conversation to talk about beer and spirits too. Meet more exciting special guests, and you never know just who may show up at the studio. Off the Vine with Benita on the May We Help You Radio Network, giving you something to whine about.
This is Tanya Free. The relevance of Black History Month and how we celebrate our achievements and prepare for the future comes into question every February. Dr. Carter G. Woodson proclaimed the second week of February to be Negro History Week back in 1926, honoring the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. Dr. Woodson stated that we should emphasize not Negro history, but the Negro in history. President Obama said a few years back that each February we recognize African American History Month as a moment to reflect upon how far we have come as a nation and what challenges remain. What's your take? How can we make Black History Month more relevant this year?
The Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show, your destination for the best in social and political straight talk. Wednesdays at 2 p.m., streaming live on TanyaFree.com and BlackTalkRadioNetwork.com. Join the conversation Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Hi, my name is Letitia M., owner of May We Help You Network. I want to thank you for joining us and enjoying our hosts here on MWHY Radio Network. Please visit us online at mwhyradio.com and like us on facebook.com/MWHY Radio. Tune in to learn more about our hosts and upcoming contests and our TV programming that will be coming to you soon. MWHY Radio, bringing together business, community, and you.
We are back, and you're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, your stress manager. And before we took our commercial break, I told you we were going to wrap up with Cheryl Wood, empowerment coach, author, speaker, dynamic twin power of me. And Cheryl, before we left, we said that we were going to have you talk directly to that person that is feeling stressed out. They're feeling stuck. They're in a rut, and they're feeling hopeless. What would you say directly to that person, Cheryl? Act like you're talking face-to-face with them, and you can go for it.
You know, the difficult thing about life challenges is so often our mind is geared to focus on the challenge versus a solution to the challenge. So if you're that person who's feeling stuck, you're feeling down, you're in what I call an emotional funk, I would urge you to put forth the extra effort to stop focusing so much on the problem so that you can gain clarity and focus on a solution. See, the thing about it is a positive mindset gives you a more hopeful outlook. So the more positive you are, the more you're smiling. As Chere always says, you're releasing those endorphins and you're happy. You can focus more clearly on how do I create a solution to this problem? Because all of us have a choice. You have a choice to allow that problem, that challenge, that setback, that roadblock, whatever's going on, to keep you stuck, to keep you stagnant where you're not moving forward, or you have the choice. That's the key word. You have a choice to say, I'm not going to spend my time focused on the problem. I'm going to spend my time focused on how do I create a different reality and move beyond this problem. There's a quote that I love by Marcus Aurelius. He says, our life is what our thoughts make it. Our life is what our thoughts make it. So if you think positive, if you think uplifting thoughts, if you think I can make it beyond this point, I can make it past this moment of desperation, I can make it beyond this struggle, I can make it through this mess that I'm going through in order to get to a different reality. The more you think that, it's the same way we talked earlier about telling your mind something and then your mind will believe it. So the more you think that way, the more your mind believes it internally. That subconscious mind allows you to then say, I'm going to take action to make this belief a reality. So the point is you have a choice. And I encourage you to choose the high road. I encourage you to make the choice of intentionally focusing on solutions and being happy and saying, even though this challenge is here, it's not going to break me. It might bruise me up a little bit. It might batter me. I might have Band-Aids on, but it is not going to break me. Don't allow any challenge in life to break you. It might temporarily stop you in your tracks and make you wake up and say, whoa, I didn't see that coming. But it doesn't have to be a permanent thing. It can be temporary, and that the beauty of it is on the other side, you can learn how amazingly confident you are. You become more confident in how amazingly creative you are to create solutions instead of focusing on problems.
Woo! My ears burning. Are y'all ears burning? I'm telling you, she just set fire to the airways, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Now you see why they call her Cheryl Wood Empowers. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Oh, my goodness. This has definitely been an amazing, amazing night with you for the premiere of Stress Less Radio. I'm telling you, you definitely poured into our listeners. Thank you to everyone that's on the call. Cheryl, just one more time, tell everyone how they can stay in contact with you, how they can receive your newsletter and just, get in the know about what you're doing and attend some of your events. And I know that you always say that you're geared to ladies, but she does not turn men away. We've had men come to the women's conferences, and they said, listen, the women is where it's at. You guys are doing it, and so I want to learn from the best. Who run the world? Girls. Okay. So she does not turn the guys down, even though, she said that she mostly gears towards women. Men can learn from women as well. So, Cheryl, just give them your information one more time, and I know you have to go.
Absolutely. So thank you for having me, Chere, and thanks for being flexible with my schedule. I have to jump off of this call onto another conference call to pour into some more ladies. And, hey, I love what I do. When you love what you do, it never feels like work. You're like, really? I get to do this every day? And I didn't feel that way just 5 years ago. So I count it as a true blessing. And thank you for this platform. Congrats to you. Whoop, whoop. On this radio show. I love it. I love that you're creating this space for women to not just be in the grind of our businesses and life, but to learn how to regroup and refresh and rejuvenate and really reduce the stress in our lives. So I just want to say congratulations to you. Everyone who's listening, if you're not already connected with me, you can connect with me at Cheryl Empowers all across the social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can sign up for my newsletter so that you can really stay connected to some of the rich content that I provide. And that's by going to CherylEmpowers.com. You'll see a little pop-up box, and you can enter in your name and email, and you will get, again, valuable content that will help you to move forward in your life and in your business. So, again, thank you, Chere. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Cheryl, and good luck with your next call or your next show that you're going to be interviewed on. Thanks again. That's Cheryl Wood Empower. She did a phenomenal job. And as I promised you on each show, for those that are just tuned in, this is Stress Less Radio. So when you listen to this show, make sure you kick back if you're able to. If you're driving and you're just tuned in, I'm not mad at you either. I want you to stay on and listen. But if you're home and you're in a place where you can just kick back, lift your heels up, get you a glass of wine or some hot tea just to relax. It's an hour of relaxation, rejuvenation, and education. So those are three things that all of us can use. Now, as far as the relaxation piece or relaxation and rejuvenation piece, this is your tip for the week. So I talk about taking your glass of red wine and just relaxing or just kicking your heels up. But another way that you can stress less is to take a wine or a champagne bath. So not just drink the wine, you can actually bathe in it. That's right. So what you do is you simply pour a glass of wine, red wine, or champagne into a running bath. And then you soak in it for 20 minutes. And it makes you, not only does it make you feel extravagant, but it also helps to rejuvenate you, relax you, and it's just a really, really good way for anti-aging, for softening your skin. And so I know it's unheard of, but both the red wine and the champagne are both great ways for cleansing your pores, and they reduce the appearance of pores on your skin. So that's just a rejuvenation and relaxation tip. Now, the stress tip for the week, so try it. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think about that tip. Again, that's champagne or red wine. And it may not be that economical. I know some people say, no, you're pouring away good liquor. It's worth it if it's going to help you to relax and rejuvenate. But don't forget that red wine. It's incredible because it has those antioxidants in it, and it helps to anti-age. It also, the champagne helps to lighten the skin. It reduces fine lines, discoloration. So try it. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Chere Cofield at hotmail.com. Send me an email or either shoot me a message on social media. Chere Cofield, INT. Now, the stress tip for the week is taken out of my book, The Crash That Altered My Life. If you guys have not gotten my #1 Amazon bestseller, make sure you look it up on Amazon, The Crash That Altered My Life. Now, everybody likes to quote Obama, President Obama, and President Obama always says, change gonna come. So I like to say that all the time, change gonna come. But before change can come, the first step to making any kind of change requires an understanding of what it is that you're changing and why there's a need for the change. So if you're feeling stuck, you're feeling stressed out, you're feeling weary, you have to first realize, why do you want to change that situation? Why do you want to reduce your stress? The reason you want to do it is not only because of your health. Stress directly affects your health, and over 90% of doctors' visits now are directly related to stress. So stress is one of the leading causes for heart attacks, strokes, skin conditions. So that's one of the reasons that you need to make a change. We want you around for a long time. So before you can make any change, you have to know why you're going to make that change, and then you can start to make subtle differences. So every day you can do something different in order to change up things. Just like the skin that we're in, stress is something that we just can't shake off. It's here to stay, whether it's from good sources or bad sources. So some of those good sources may be childbirth or planning for a wedding or graduation of a child, or from bad sources, workplace stress, financial situations. No matter where that stress is coming from, it's here to stay. But our reactions, our responses, and our recovery from stressful situations, they can be adjusted, but it's going to require discipline and determination on your part. The better we manage our stress, the better our mental and physical health will be. So stress can be effectively managed by committing yourself to applying the practical and effective suggestions that Cheryl and I talked about today, beginning with changing your mindset. So the first thing that we want you to do for this week, you can practice it, is to replace each negative thought with a positive thought. So for the entire week, today's Tuesday, you still have a couple more days left to practice it, replace each negative thought with a positive thought and see how it shapes your whole mood, your whole attitude. So if someone's getting on your nerves and they want to argue with you or they want to fuss with you, you are in control. Don't allow them to draw you into that situation. Don't allow anyone to draw you into a space of negativity. I am Chere Cofield, the stress manager. We're wrapping up. We have about 5 more minutes left on the show tonight. And again, I want to thank everyone that's tuned in. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday on May We Help You Radio Network to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the stress manager. Again, every week on this show we'll discuss ways to relax, to de-stress, rejuvenate your mind and body, to educate you on ways that you can live a happy, healthy, harmonious life. Of course, like we just talked about, the stress tip of the week. Each week I'm going to bring you a new stress tip. And then I want you to really, really apply that into your life. Put it on a refrigerator, write it on a piece of paper, and just stick it on the wall and say, this is my goal for the week to help to reduce my stress. And then we're going to have special guests, at least one guest each week. But it depends on who the guest is. If there's someone dynamic like Cheryl Wood that we had tonight, I knew that she could take up the entire show without me having to have another guest, and I'm sure you can agree with that. So we're going to have guests every week that's going to pour into you in their area of expertise to teach you. So we're going to relax, rejuvenate, and get educated. So, again, we want to thank all of our amazing, amazing sponsors. Please make sure that you register for the 5th annual Let's Get Serious Health Wellness Fitness Expo being held in Timonium, Maryland on Saturday, April 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Again, it's in everybody's budget because it's totally free. where can you take your entire family now for fun and health, wellness, and it's totally free. So register online at letsgetserious2015.eventbrite.com. Make sure you stay in touch with me on my. You can go to my website and sign up for my newsletter, ChereCofieldInternational.com. Make sure you go on the website and there's a free stress quiz that you can take to find out how stressed out are you. It's going to give you a score, and then after you get your score, it's going to tell you what you need to do after that score. Visit me on all your social media sites, Chere Cofield, INT. And also make sure you you can make sure you friend me on YouTube, Chere Cofield, INT, all your social media sites, my website. I think I gave you everything. I think I poured into you tonight. So I hope you had a great hour with us, relaxing, rejuvenating your mind and your body by having your heels kicked up, having your glass of tea. Oh, lastly, I wanted to tell everyone, thank you so much for all your well wishes. If you notice my voice is a little bit raspy, it's because I was down sick with strep flu for the past week, but I wanted to make sure I got better so that I could pour into you today. But thank you to everyone who sent me well wishes. I'm feeling a lot better. We're about 98.9% better. But by next week, we'll be ready to rock and roll again on Stress Less Radio. Make sure you visit May We Help You Radio Network online, mwhyradio.com. And make sure you sign up for their magazine. If you haven't seen the magazine for this week, I'm on the cover. Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager. I'm on the cover of May We Help You Radio Magazine. If you go to their website, it's a really, really good website. The magazine is really, really good. This week's magazine tells you different ways to get in the mood with your partner. That's a way to de-stress. Valentine's Day is coming up soon, so you better get those magazines, get those ideas rolling of how you're going to turn your mate on. So make sure you do that. That's another way to de-stress, release those feel-good hormones. Until next Tuesday at 6 p.m., I am Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager. Good night.